Hey everyone, this is Rish and welcome back to my channel. So this video is about 2 or 3 weeks overdue now, but this was a really fun Battleground match that I had with a couple of my clan mates. Now normally I get matched up with people from different servers, but for the first time ever I got to fight alongside 2 of my clan mates. So as you can see here, we've got Titanium and we've also got Drogo. So these guys both fight Blood Knight, and this is also Titanium's first time trying out Blood Knight in Battleground. So I'm going to go through my build now and show you exactly what I'm using, including set items and the gear pieces that I've got equipped. Starting off with Helm, we're using Ephemeral Visage, so slow time now increases your attack and movement speed while also causing your continual damage and persistent ground damage effects to deal damage faster. Cooldown is reduced by 7.2%. Moving on to the chest, we're using Rampant and Inscrutable, so Lightning Nova now conjures a lightning orb that orbits you, firing lightning bolts at your target. Damage is increased by 18%. On the shoulder we have Crust Claws, so this one, Ice Armor, reduces the amount of continual damage you take by 45%. Novel Castigation on the pants, so Arcane Torrent now also fires tracking missiles that seek out enemies, dealing 8.6k damage. Damage is increased 90% and an extra 10% from the Awakened slot. Another solid favourite on the main hand is Rift Carver, so Arcane Torrent now creates a chaotic orb that moves with you, firing missiles at nearby enemies. 18% Arcane Torrent damage increase and 10% from the Awakened slot. For offhand, we're using Heart of the Storm, so Ice Armor now becomes Storm Armor, continually damaging nearby enemies. Ice Armor damage increased by 18% and an extra 10% from the Awakened slot. For the alternate main hand, we're using Volatile Arbiter, so Magic Missile explodes every 3 hits, dealing 13,395 damage to surrounding enemies. Damage increased by 90%. And lastly, for alternate offhand, we're using Sticklebur, so when Magic Missile deals a critical hit, it explodes, dealing 11,889 damage, and damage is increased by 90%. For set items, I'm using 2 pieces of Vitus, so this increases the duration of all beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%, and 4 pieces of Banquet of Eyes. Damage dealt to enemies suffering from your continual damage effects is increased by 15%, and your critical hit chance increased 2.5% up to 25% for every continual damage effect you inflict on nearby enemies. So by now you will have already noticed that this build you have to use quite close combat. The main reach and range that you can get from this is from the Arcane Torrent essences and also that Heart of the Storm essence on the offhand. That will give you a little bit more distance between you and the enemies. It's a little bit different to Bluster Bauble, which I also use in PvP, which you do have to get close to your enemies for that to make a difference. But it works quite nicely, especially with the Gladiator Paragon equipped, and you do have time to get away with that slow time essence. You do have time to escape your enemies and bandage when you need to as well. Now that I'm down once again, we'll just take a little look at the score and see how we are doing for this match so far. So obviously we are on defense and we are not doing too bad so far. We haven't let the idols move too far away from their original point, and we seem to be doing a pretty good job of actually slaying those attackers. You can see from the side there, we've slain 36 out of 65 so far, and in quite a short amount of time as well. Now, one thing to mention with this build is that I like to refer to it as my anti-Blood Knight build, and the reason for that is because you can still get enough distance with this using the Ice Armor essence, the Heart of the Storm, and using the Arcane Torrent essences, so that when they're using Siphon, you can actually keep your distance and still attack them and kill them. Yes, you can do that with a Beam build and Ice Crystal, but that is not as fun as fighting close combat. So now we are down, let's just take a quick look at the scores again. So far we've slain 48 and we need to slay 65 attackers, but they might not actually get the idols to the barrier in time. We've got 3.5 minutes left on the clock and they haven't moved them that far now, although this one on the left seems to have moved a little bit more. So let's just keep pushing back and see how we do for the match. We are now just 10 kills away from victory, so you can see they are stacking up quite quickly. Can we finish this on a win? Let's just wait and see. Now our defending team got those last kills in really quickly. Those last 10 kills just flew by and it was a victory for us. So let's just take a look at the results. So for this, I was MVP with the most kills, and we also had 20 assists as well, which is really good. I'm also going to share some results from other recent Battlegrounds so you can see exactly how this build has worked for me in other matches as well. So let's just take a look at those now. So I hope you found this video helpful and the build as well. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.